Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. I've got so many different things that I want to cover in this. I'm just going to call it a rant here. But neither party cares about you. And they have illustrated that so much this year, and especially in the past couple of weeks. Uh, yeah, I mean, there is no denying it. Republicans or Democrats, they don't care about you at all. Now, let's start off with part of this. I mean, Trump, yeah, somebody was debating with me about, my statement that Biden is probably going to win. And, they're not in favor of Trump, but they were debating me on this point. Uh, Even though that had virtually nothing to do with the subject of the video. But look, I don't argue for the sake of arguing. Okay? If if you start arguing, even if you've got a rational argument, if you apply it to an issue that is not the topic of conversation, then you render your own argument irrational. It's no longer a rational argument. It's like, you know, trying to apply theoretical physics while you're cooking dinner. Somehow it just doesn't work, okay? Uh, all right. Now, Trump has pretty much, I mean, polls were showing Biden ahead, and these polls were from last week before Trump got sick, before, well, he's just cut his own throat this in the past week in numerous ways. He is going again and calling this nothing worse than the flu. Okay, he just disregarded 200,000 deaths that have occurred in this country. He disregarded the fear of most Americans. He disregarded, people that have permanent, chronic to permanent after effects from this illness. He has completely disregarded the shutdown of our economy and the suffering of the entire country. So he completely disrespected all of you. Now, both parties and Trump are trying to use any stimulus as a weapon at this point. This is why there has been no further stimulus. After the first stimulus, there has been nothing more. And people have been doing without since late July. We've got 800 to 900,000 people a week filing initial claims for unemployment. Disney just announced 28,000 layoffs. 28,000, not 2,800, 28,000. And at least 10,000 of those are going to be in Republican stronghold Florida. And what do you think the trickle down effect Those are direct layoffs. And these are on top of layoffs that happened earlier this year of people that were not called back to work, which were thousands of people that Disney laid off earlier in the year that have not been called back. Well, this 28,000 is on top of that. I mean, no doubt some of them were people that got called back and now they're being laid off again. Yeah. So, what are the downstream effects? Because these people patronize businesses in their communities, other businesses that, as consumers, that rely on Disney, businesses that rely directly on Disney for services and supplies, etc. So we're not even seeing the full effects from them saying 28,000, 10,000 in one state. We're not seeing the full effects of it because there's this ripple effect that will cause so many more layoffs and people to suffer. But we've known that the Republicans were not going to pass any stimulus that was going to help the people of the country. We've known that. You think McConnell's going to pass something that's going to help you? Look at his state. And Pelosi, the Democrats could have taken some compromise bill to get some help to people. And with that say, this is what we can do right now, but we will be working on more. Because all these stopgap measures are not going to fix anything. It's all this is just barely treading water. But Trump managed to really cut his own throat on this one when he told the Republicans to stop any negotiations for a stimulus package. That was the most foolish thing. He doesn't know when to shut up. He doesn't know when to shut up. And, I mean, put this together with his, Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. I wonder how many Proud Boys are sitting at home right now, unemployed, not sure if you're going to be able to feed your family for the next 3 weeks. And even it's like, the election is in 3 weeks. Do you think the day after the election that Congress is going to pass some stimulus miraculously? No. The whole country is being held hostage. Now, the day after he said this, the stock market plunged. Yeah, it's gone back up since then. He made some vague reference to something that I don't think he even has the power to do. Sending out $1,200 checks and all this stuff. It's been weeks since he talked about sending out $200 checks. I don't think anybody's gotten any of them. So, with him talking about doing this, unilaterally and bypassing Congress, I don't think that he's got the power to do it. I could be wrong, but okay, where are the checks? Are they in the mail? Are they going to be deposited into your bank accounts? Like I said, how many Proud Boys are sitting at home right now and your family is going hungry? Is this what you want to fight for? And you already know that I don't think Biden is any better. That Michelle Obama released a video, and it literally just made me want to slap her. I mean, she's pushing for Biden, doesn't mention any policies. Yet, because he doesn't have any policies. He's in favor of, with all the protests going on across the nation, he vocalizes support for the police. He doesn't even mention why the protests are going on that I've heard. I haven't even heard anything from him about why the protests are happening. She's colors Trump, who is absolutely racist, not a question, but she paints Biden as a better alternative. Excuse me, I work in Alabama as a nurse in the prison system. I have a lot more compassion for the people who have been affected by the crime bill, the Clinton crime bill, which was written by Joe Biden. I have more compassion for her people than she does. And I'm not worth $40 million. Keep in mind, Ferguson happened under Obama and Biden. Dakota Access Pipeline happened under Obama and Biden. All of this involving people of color. Under Obama and Biden, we expanded bombing from 2 countries of brown-skinned people to 7 countries of brown-skinned people. Our government orchestrated the assassination of Muammar Gaddafi, the leader of the wealthiest North African nation. Under Obama and Biden, our U.S. military has occupied 50 out of 54 African nations. So don't bring race into this. Don't do it. You are an idiot for trying. You are a moron. So there are no policies that Joe Biden has which are better than Trump's. Then she labels voters for third parties as being a protest vote or a wasted vote. Pardon me, I did not vote for Jill Stein in 2016 as a protest vote. I can vote for someone that I would actually like to see in office, or for the policies I want to see implemented. I don't really vote for a person. I vote for the policies. I don't vote for a name. But the Green Party has the policies that I would like to see implemented. So I am voting for something. probably 80% of the people that will vote for Biden are not voting for Biden. They're voting against Trump. 80% of the people that vote for Trump are not voting for Trump. They are voting against Biden. So, no, I will not vote Trump or Biden. I am not going to enable the Democrats or the Republicans. Oh, yeah. And another thing, Pelosi trying to come up with another way to impeach Trump 3 weeks before the election, first of all. Well, that's to keep you from discussing issues, policies. It's to get you to react emotionally. That's all it is about. That is all it is about. And then she proposes a bill to establish a commission that will determine if someone is suitable to be president. The commission would be ex-government officials, elected and intelligence personnel, and retired military. Warmongers, warmongers, warmongers. And they get to choose whether you even get a say in who votes. Well, this is on top of the national, what is it called? The National Interstate Voter Compact, where all of the electoral votes have to go to the winner of the national vote. I mean, this was introduced and implemented by the Democrats in direct opposition to the growing popularity of ranked choice voting. This is intended to absolutely negate the idea of ranked choice voting, which most Americans that understand it absolutely favor ranked choice voting because it is a democratic process. All right. Rant is over. Don't believe any of this that either side, either side cares about you at all. So, share this video, talk about these subjects. If you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel, and I hope you have a good night.